Are you looking for some freelance writing tips to blow up your business and make some serious money online? In this video, I'm going to show you 10 freelance writing tips that help me 10x my income while only working part-time. Let's go. Freelance writing tip number 1, have a freelance writing website. It is damn near impossible to get clients if you don't have a website or a blog or some sort of home online. Think about it from the client's perspective. If there are 2 writers that are applying for the job, one of them has a credible website, it has photos, it has an about, it has some of their samples, or someone that has absolutely nothing, or maybe just a LinkedIn at the most. Look, it's a no-brainer. You have to put yourself in the client's perspective. If you have a website, it shows that you are committed to being a writer. It's not something you just decided to do and hope it works, and maybe it will, maybe it won't. You need to put some skin in the game and spend a couple of bucks and create a freelance writing website. It doesn't have to be extensive. It doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars. It has to be very simple, but you need to make sure this information is out there so if someone Googles your name or you send them a pitch with your website, that they have everything they need to get started. So again, you can either do a freelance writing website, or if you have a blog, you can also create a writing page or an about section specifically for your writing services. Second freelance writing tip is to just pitch like crazy. You have to get out there. If you're a brand new freelance writer, one of the biggest tips I have is to just get going. It's so easy to overthink your writing website, your samples, how you look on social media, how your LinkedIn looks, and all these other things that you forget to actually get a client. I say that because I've been there. So what I'm telling you is, I'm hoping that you will do is learn from my mistake and just get out there. Apply to job boards, cold pitch emails, reach out to people in your network. Whatever you can do, just get the ball rolling. You need to generate some early momentum as a writer so that way you can land that first gig. Third freelance writing tip is to make sure to follow up. It's so easy to send one cold pitch or apply to a job board and pat yourself on the back, say, woof, I did it. But if you really want the job, you have to follow up. It's just like the real world. If you had an interview, of course you follow up afterwards. The same goes for freelance writing. Make sure that you're following up with clients and that you're actually doing what you can to land the gig. Don't expect to just send one email and automatically get it. Sure, that can happen sometimes, but people get busy. It might go to spam. It might just be buried in their inbox, or they haven't even seen it yet. So after a few days, make sure you follow up. Keep a list on your Excel sheet, and that way you're always following up with clients and being persistent, because that will lead to getting some of your first freelance writing gigs. If you guys are liking this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have been freelance writing for a few years, and I'm sharing a lot of tips on this channel. So again, just want to make sure you never miss one. Tip number 4 is all about using your existing network. There are probably more opportunities that you already have that you probably don't even know about. Whether it's on your LinkedIn, your current employer, past employer, friends, family, check all of these people to see if they know anyone that needs a freelance writer for your niche. Look, it costs you no money, and it's usually a warm lead. So again, it's kind of hard sometimes as a writer. You're going to be sending emails to strangers, maybe 10, 15, 20, 50 emails in a day sometimes, and you might not get too many responses. So if you have a big network already, leverage that so you can get some of your first client gigs. Again, a warm lead makes it easy for them to introduce you, and that way you can generate a conversation, and again, you're already in the client's good graces basically because you got referred. So again, reach out to that existing network. Don't waste that opportunity. Fifth freelance writing tip is to quit fearing rejection. I get it. It's hard. You send out 50 emails in a day and you hear back from 2. I've been there. Trust me. But the thing is that rejections is going to lead to success. No's lead to yeses. If you've ever done any sales job, you know that you have a close ratio. You have to contact a certain amount of prospects, and then you're going to close a certain percentage of them. The same goes for freelance writing. You have to send a certain number of pitches. You have to follow up. You're going to hear from some. You're not going to hear from others. Sometimes they'll ghost you and then a month later come back and hire you. You have to actually plant the seeds and get yourself out there. So again, do not fear rejection. I love this quote from Jack Canfield. He always says, rejection is a myth. You never had it in the first place. So many times writers and salespeople, we get discouraged when we don't get the opportunity. But again, you never had it in the first place. Remember that quote and use it so you can just get out there and just become relentless. If you hear no's, eventually they're going to lead to yeses. Tip number 6, read. Yeah, I actually read most of those-ish. But seriously though, if you want to be a great writer, start by being a great reader. You have to have the right content in here so you can produce quality work and provide a lot of value to your clients. Whether it's audiobooks or even listening to podcasts, whatever you need to do, just read and continue to invest in yourself, your education, so that way you can provide more value, raise your rates, and make more money as a writer. Number 7 is to go above and beyond. I cannot stress this enough. Most writers just do the bare minimum, but you know what? You'll never stand out if you do the bare minimum. I can't recommend this enough, guys. Please, if a client asks you to do something and you're just starting to build rapport and you maybe don't want to do it, just say yes at the beginning. I'm not saying to do this forever, and I'm certainly not saying to do work for free, but I am saying it's just like any other job. If you go above and beyond, your hard work will be rewarded. And the more hard work you put in, the more rapport you're able to build with your client, is more money you are going to make. So again, you have to go out there, offer to do some social media stuff, maybe if they need emails or lead magnets. Of course you're charging for these, but ask them how you can help. How can you make their day easier? This is huge, and it's helped me land a lot more paying clients that are allowing me to charge a lot more. So again, don't miss out on all the clients that you already have by going above and beyond so you retain them and don't get fired. Because again, if you're searching for jobs, you're not making money. So you want to retain clients and only leave or end the relationship with them if it's on your terms. Freelance writing tip number 8 is to get a hold of those social media handles and make sure you're branding yourself online. Now, I'm convinced in the next 3, 5, 10 years, personal branding is just going to continue to grow, and it's vital that you have control of everything and that you are able to project yourself to clients and the internet in the way that you want. You don't want all those drunk college photos from Facebook being the only thing that people find if they Google your name. Guilty. Seriously though, you want to make sure that you have control of a Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. It's not to say you have to post 10 times a day and get flustered and do too much, but you want to make sure that you own these things, and that way you can always evolve into them. Plus, if you have a big following, you can leverage that into more money. For example, let's say you have 15 or 20,000 followers on Twitter or on Pinterest or something else. You can use that as leverage to a client and let them know that you will write their work, get paid for it, but then promote it. That is just extra eyes that are going to land on their page, which can lead to more sales or ad revenue or however else they're monetizing. So again, do not neglect social media. Make sure you're branding yourself. Spend a few minutes. It doesn't have to be extensive, but that way you can always evolve into it, and that way, again, you can continue to control your personal brand in the future. All right, freelance writing tip number 9 is to set goals. Look, being an entrepreneur, being a writer, all of these things, they're not easy in the beginning. You have to stay accountable, and you only have yourself usually. It's not like a boss where someone's telling you need to do X, Y, Z. It's up to you if you want to succeed. So one of the ways I recommend is to set goals, short, mid, long-term goals. Now, you can set revenue goals, pitch goals, job boards, samples you want to create, whatever it is. Find what works for you, but don't forget to set goals, because it's very easy to get complacent and not continue to evolve, grow your income, and grow your business. So I challenge you to set goals that stretch you a little bit, but again, are going to make you a better writer, a better entrepreneur, and is going to help you make more money. All right, the final tip is to make sure to dial in your routine. If you follow any of my content on my podcast or on the blog, I talk about morning routines a lot, because you only can control so much of your day, specifically the way you go to bed and the way you wake up. So for me, routines are huge in calibrating my day for success, and I highly recommend you do the same. Everyone's going to be different. I like to write in the morning. Some people like middle of the day. Some people want to write at night, or even in the middle of the night. Doesn't matter. Find what works for you. That's the biggest thing. But create a routine that makes it easy to write and that makes it easy for you to constantly do the work, even if you don't always want to. Again, I can't stress the importance of this. This has helped me speed up my writing. For a while, I was able to write 15 to 20,000 words a week, which is crazy looking back on it, but I was able to do it because I had sound routines. So again, find a routine that is empowering and works for you. Guys, well, hopefully all these were helpful tips. Again, I've been freelance writing for a few years and I want to help you speed up success. To help with that, I have a free ebook down below along with a lot of helpful links in the description, all about landing freelance writing jobs, how to raise your rates, and a lot more. So make sure to take a look at those because I promise they will help you go from having no experience to actually starting your freelance writing business. Plus, if you want more of this content, again, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you have any more questions that I did not cover here, let me know in the comments. Again, I'm here to help. I want you to succeed faster, make more money, and hopefully quit that 9 to 5. Thanks.